I missed all the guys, and I'm very excited to be alongside my good friend Bryce tackling that. Brycey, mate, we're back amongst it. Quite strange circumstances, has to be said, but here we are.
It certainly is. Well, let's hope that this game is every bit of interesting, but in much more positive ways as we jump straight into the Legion versus the Thieves. And two tales actually coming on from these two teams. Obviously, Vegas trying to kind of rebuild and rename themselves, and Thieves rolling high off the championship.
Yeah, look, we've heard a lot of talk about Vegas. We've seen a lot ourselves of how well they have actually been playing in the current preseason, seeing how things have been going in scrims, etc., and things have been looking pretty good. But going up against Thieves, they're a team I haven't seen too much of. I'm interested to see what they're going to bring, but you would expect high levels. Thinking about Hotel, though, thinking about map number 1 here, looking towards where Vegas Legion are spawning, heading over towards the lobby side. You're on the perfect side if you want to be locking in P2. We talked about hardpoint quite a lot already, though, Bryce. 60s rotations are absolutely everything, and it is going to be Vegas Legion who have the one over towards P2.
They have, and currently they are set up ready for this one. You can see Thieves trying to find a get through. Prologue going out. He knows somebody's going to be there. Envoy dives across. So does Draza. That's going to be called out to his teammate. Octane may chow this to give his teammates a little bit of energy to come through, but it's still a lock-in from the Legion.
Yeah, not a terrible spawn for them over towards Jewel either. They can keep trying to push from the back, so this isn't a good route through if you can get it, but the guns are up here for the side of Vegas Legion. Kenny's the one to break. Envoy finds a kill towards the front here, so there's a good potential for LA to find a break, and there it is. Spawn still coming in, though, for the Vegas Legion towards the back. It's going to be a firefight still as the spawn's coming in over towards the far side.
That's a huge retake from Thieves. Only 30 seconds left. They can grab it, but Kenny is gunning. That's a 4 streak for him straight away. And now they're looking for this rotation already, flooding out, taking away so many points from Vegas there. And now just trying to compound this issue. Keep an eye on this minimap, by the way. One of the things we have noticed in this game is that if you chain a couple of hard points back to back, it puts you in a great position to walk away with a game. And you can see now both these two teams really throwing down in Diner. Vegas didn't get in a lot on that last hard point. This time they'll want to break themselves.
I mean, Thieves spawning them towards the back from Hotel in the car park is just ultimately being the dagger for what is Kitchen. This is one of the biggest hills on the map in terms of being able to put up a good amount of points. One of the biggest money hills on the game. And right now, Thieves are not in the best of positions. They've allowed a little couple of breakthroughs to come and do through the pantry. TJ will find 2, and it's only Kenny left. It's a superb break from Legion, who were in a terrible spot there, but they managed to get away with it.
But be careful, a bit of a pinch coming through, and you can see the LA Thieves are waiting for it. They are waiting for the players to be in position, though, but Tem's already got one. TJ's got another. And now Kenny's looking for the kill, trying to redeem something here from it, but probably will pick up 2. And now we are off to the rotation. They may try and get a little bit of scrap time here, or at least demand that they don't get everything from it. But the Thieves are not fast on this rotation.
Yeah, that last rotation was good from them, getting over towards Kitchen, but you got to be able to hold it. They never got themselves set up, and Legion took advantage of that. But if you're Thieves, you're walking away from that one probably a little bit disappointed. Raza now towards the back, trying to help his team break. This spawn starting to come in towards lobby for the side of Thieves. Can they find the break over towards the desk? TJ is there. TJ is dead. And now Thieves have a collapsible opportunity.
Trying to just get this kill coming through, but Prolo eventually gets him, but Kenny will pick it up. But Thieves have found their way into this one, and with the setup they currently have, it will be a difficult break for them. Playster looking for Envoy, not able to quite find him in there in the end. But kill's still going down for Vegas, but can they get the bodies in position yet? I don't think they're going to worry too much about this. This will be about the rotation, Ton.
Yep, it's all about the rotation. A lot of the teams, you see it coming up to 20, 30 seconds, even earlier, they are going to be thinking of that rotation at all times. Vegas are going to just get a few more points on the board there before being wiped off the board, but themselves will now go over towards the Diner. And I like this setup that they've got going on here. Somebody over towards Jewel. That's going to be Temp setting himself up. Place that in mid-map, forcing the issue for Thieves. They've got to get through a couple of waves before they get anywhere near the hill.
Clayster furiously backpedaling. They're going to know he's here somewhere. They're looking for him. The next hill is set up as well. Clayster holds one, but Octane will eventually get his trade. And now the pressure coming on. You can see the Thieves are trying to get into this point. They're around carpet. They're looking for an entry into Diner. And at the moment, they're holding them off, but Envoy manages one, two. Octane finds a third, and it's just Prolo left, and he's gunned down. And the Thieves crack this hardpoint open again. We've said rotations could be key, but so far, it hasn't been the case. On Hotel, the teams are breaking time and time again.
Yeah, it's kind of going outside of the mold that we kind of have come to expect when it comes to this map, but Both teams getting those rotations locked in, but only momentarily. And usually when you go into break diner, a pinch is where you go. You try break somebody through kitchen, and then you push through carpets as well. But in that case, it was just 4 men through the front door from the Thieves. The firepower really showing itself off there as we now head over towards P6. It's not the most amount of hills we got on the map. We may well see that in map number 4 with Mikado. Place that towards the backdrop, enough, not what you want to see happen. And the push through kitchens are going to start coming in here for the side of Thieves. It's not an easy one though, once again. Legion, not in a bad spot to pick up some time here.
It isn't, and this can be a bit of a tricky hill. At the moment, you can see the Legion are being pushed back over and over again as the Thieves come marching in. And they have managed to take this away from them. Vegas probably thought they had that unlocked with the setup, but the small crack showed, and now it's the other way. LA Thieves trying to hold against Vegas. Draza and Octane picking up 2 already. There is a fight going down on the hill. Clayster gets it, but instantly traded down. Just not enough bodies for him to convert.
7 in a row from Octane here, starting to heat up after what was a momentary slow start for the side of Thieves. But this is good time now. This is for the first time, really, that we've seen a good amount of time locked down by one of these teams on these hills. I mean, we had so much promise of, you know, these rotations coming in. It's all about locking down these hills. You can get good time on them. We've really seen a lot of these hills split until that final 6th one as we head into the second rotation now. It is going to be now Draza fighting for the spawns over towards P2. You want to be spawning the side, still there for the side of Legion, though.
So for Vegas, they'll be just trying to keep this as neutral as possible while holding these spawns. You can already see they've spawned out towards the escalator. That's not where they want to be. They want to try and wrap back and make sure that when P2 comes up, they're in a position and keep this neutral. That's what they are trying to do on the mini-map. Both teams, you can see, just posturing for position around it, neither committing. And already, the LA Thieves are trying to make their way around. They'll push straight through Dine around to this and see if they can get a spawn themselves. Envoy making a big kill. Looks for Temp, doesn't find him in the end, and now goes through. LA Thieves may have found it here with Envoy.
Still going to hold the spawns, though. They still have somebody there. Proloot does have his teammates spawning over towards the spa side, so it's going to be a foot race to help Proloot as quickly as he can. The Legion forfeiting a lot of time over towards P1 there, then picking up the scrap. So now Thieves know to go because there's players on the scrap. They're going to hit this full force.
Proloot. Huge kills, huge kills. Oh my God, that's the 3. But there is a player. Keep an eye on the minimap. Kenny has found a small gap. He is behind them. They're waiting. He wants to pinch. He needs his teammates to make some kills, but at the moment, Thieves aren't making any. His teammates going to spawn up with him as well. Draza is now around the back. They have to swing in. The Thieves are primed. They are ready. Kenny makes the first kill. Tem has to turn around. Draza gets another. And it's unbelievable collapse for them in the end here. Let's find out what's happening in the Vegas camp with a listening.
I'm in the back. Blue dress. Blue and one's on your right. Alright, there. Let's go. I have blue. I picked up Sean blue. Nothing hotel. Let's try and row. Looking left. I can get the scrap. Alright, row middle. I think mid. Con. Big break here, guys. Come on. I'm looking at you. Looking con. What's left side flat? Left side flat. One shot left side plat. One peek from Dub. He's Dub side. Dub. I'm one shot. He's Dub. One is side hitch. Raza. And one was he was Dub holding me in. Only down 30. One break. I can bump you. Back middle arch. Top cat. C1. One back courtyard. Okay, we can break this one. C1 got me, bro. I think one's one somewhere. He's shot cat. He's shot cat. Another one back their court. Back right. Back kitchen. I saw him go back kitchen. Where's in the front? He's side door on me. Hey, one's push out one. Got him. One. Stun one done. Nice, good shit. I'm shot C2. Down C2. I'll see him on side door. He's side door. Side door. Another one corner. You guys back to the plate. Yo, huge. I'm frame side. Look the back. I have the back. That's one. I think he's connector. I have the back.
Vegas remaining positive in a very dangerous position as they are dancing around the kitchen. And this has still blown open. Vegas already now going for this rotation as well. Thieves cannot win it here. And I will say, in the comms, a lot more positive from the Legion than we heard last year already. It will be broken, but that is not the game.
Now down, boys, can I get a setup? Not a single decent hold over towards kitchen from either team. Thieves are going to be the beneficiary, but they very much could have won it there. Heading now over towards P4, though. This is where Legion can get themselves well and truly back into this game. Thieves now setting up over towards the dual side. Here comes the push. TJ has such an important job to do. Can he find anything? He cannot. It's a good start from the Thieves to try and break this.
Now they're worried. They're a little bit worried. They don't want to give a second away here. They know they can't win it anyway. But just a little bit of pre-aim coming in from all these players. Envoy's going to get another player going down as well. Draza is sitting here waiting for him, but Tem bounces and gets him. Envoy and Octane, though, combined, but it will be a flip, and they're going to know this. Clayster comes in with a save. trying to get around the corner. He's been so influential this game. And this is all on Thieves. Vegas have to go.
They have to go now, and they have to think about the rotation as well. 3 seconds, you've got to get inside the hill, but Thieves, when it matters, lock it down. It may have been a strange game on Greenberg Hotel.
A lot of these teams we can only kind of guess at, right? We've seen some scrims, we've seen some of the plays coming down, but realistically, new teams, new game, new mechanics. Who really is going to come out on top?
Well, Fortress Search and Destroy is certainly an interesting one that benefits aggression, I would say. See the Vegas Legion already setting up with something quite peculiar, but passive in a certain kind of way. Of course, them on the defensive side, it's really hard to tell sometimes with the way the map is laid out, but nonetheless, Thieves having a look over towards A, trying to find a pick.
Exactly what they're doing at the moment. They are going to slowly but surely try and figure out if they can get into A without losing any members. And this is a setup from both, and they look like they're back to back, but there is a little bit of wood in the way. Already Kenny gets the first. I think he's going to get taken down. Advantage now to the Legion. They get the better of those trades.
Always a risk there for Kenny. Calista puts a couple of bullets in. Here comes the child. There it is. And all of a sudden, Octane, 1 versus 3, 0 versus 3. Vegas Legion will find the first round. A very nice play from them, to be honest with you. Very patient. Waiting for the moment where Thieves have got to make that push. In the end of the day, Thieves are the ones on the attack. They're the ones that have to pull the trigger. Kenny pushing out there was a risky play. Does not pay off in the end. Vegas Legion with a comfortable round number 1 victory.
And we talked a little bit about the setup. Obviously, it is practice. They know exactly what they're looking for. The best thing is, obviously, Thieves knew what they were looking for too. Kenny chose to make the decision, go out for it, and they lost the trade side of it. And then they kind of lost control. Didn't really have an awful lot of places to go. This time, though, the other way around. It will be the Legion on the defense.
Octane with the sniper as well. Prolit's going to get taken out. So now Legion trying to make this one. This is aggressive sideline from Octane. Has to back on down. Knows he's going to get challenged. Sniper in hand. Envoy there to help him out, though, as TJ's taken down, as is Temp. In this round is going to be answered pretty much immediately from our reigning champs, unless we see a 1v4 from Calista.
Well, let's see. Oh, look at this. There's so many players around him at the moment. They must know roughly where he is. They're just waiting. 51 seconds for Calista on the clock. Who blinks first?
I mean, who's got the headsets turned up at the same time? Although Dead Silence has been popped in the 1 versus 3.
Oh, yep, missed the jump.
One of those fingers up, Claire. Come on, son, you can do it. There it is, Octane ready and waiting. That jump up 1 that is used quite often. Isn't able to hit it the first time. I don't think it would have mattered, though. Comfortable round in the end for both 2 teams in the first 2 rounds. Octane always going to win that gunfight, Dead Silence or not.
Yeah, and that first blood really opened it up for him as well. You got to point out as well, Octane not only got that first night, but when he missed the second, backed off very, very quickly. And Envoy took advantage of that distraction to get another kill going towards their side. And from that point, well, it was pretty much all written into the stars. And now it's all 1-1 between these two. Let's see how they change the game plan going into the 3rd round.
Similar kind of setup here from the side of Legion, but 1 pushing over towards the truck. Keep an eye on Calista. Watching for the overextension coming through from the Thieves. Of course, B is really not really seen very much. We might as well just chop that half of the map off because we're just fighting over A at this stage. Drazenko just wrapping around, looking for some angles. Not quite able to find anything just yet.
Yeah, no aggressive play here by Kenny this time. They're looking to get onto the side, but TJ finds the first onto him. And now they're trying to figure out, open or closed, where are the players sitting? Can they get onto the bomb site freely? Clayster is waiting. Envoy is slithering in this direction very, very slow. Sees an elbow, and Clayster will get it as well. 2 versus 4 now. Full advantage to Vegas.
Bomb site has potential, though. The side of Thieves. They're going to force the side of Legion to have to come through. 2 versus 4. This is not impossible for the side of Thieves. But let's see what Vegas can do against it.
Ooh, almost 2. Draza in a 1 versus 3. But he is a long way away. Daddy will be popped as he goes towards this site. He sees Prolu there as well, but there's going to be so many players now hunting him down. Oh, there's nowhere for him to go. There's nothing for him to do, but Clayster gets popped out. He's trying to go for it as well, but swings wide, and the pre-aim will win.
You know, I thought when he finds the kill on the Callisto, that becomes a little bit possible, but well played from the side of Legion. They just went hunting 2-1 now. Really good play by TJ to find that first kill. Just make things just that little bit more difficult for the side of Thieves with the plant coming on through. It's already difficult to do.
Mm-hmm. I will say,
defenses at the moment, Bryce.
I liked what Legion did there. So there was an opportunity for potentially somebody could have got on bomb once they knew where he was, and you know, the other two kind of chow off. Essentially, they didn't want to take that risk because there was so much time left. They said, hey, let's all go for him. Let's make sure we get this kill entirely. It could have worked the other way. They could have got the fuse done in a little bit quicker, but they chose to say, hey, 3 versus 1, let's take that down. And Kenny's going to get the first kill on the Clayster in this next round.
Yeah, that's a tough one. Clayster looking like he was going to secure first blood for the side of the Vegas Legion, but can't quite get it done. Probably just warding off any potential attackers down that side. Draws are going to have another peek at it, though. Just having a little look here. Side of Thieves, you don't really need to make any ridiculous moves. Bomb site is in the control of Legion, though. You can get this down if they wish, but Envoy are going to find one on the flank, and all of a sudden the pinch is being set up here by the side of Thieves. Expect the collapse to come in imminently. There's another one. Prolute left all on his own. Thieves, another round. Back and forth between these two teams. That was very well executed by the side of Thieves, but I think if that first bird goes a different direction, we're maybe talking about a different round winner.
Well, you are right. Defense seems to be the name of the game at the moment. Seems trying to get it going the other way, but who will break the deadlock? That is the real question now between them. And another thing I do love about S&D on this game, it does seem to be one of those kind of like chess, not checkers kind of games. They're changing their setup. They're trying to get those first bloods working in their favor. Now we can see this same thing again. Very similar setup, but this time, Octane with a sniper. They're going to try and play around it. They're going to try and see if he can make a pick somewhere.
Look at the aggression once again from Envoy. Going through hard, I believe. Just trying to have a little look. TJ not allowing him to be any more tempted. Push now coming through from the side of Thieves over towards A side. Temple find the kill into Kenny, though. Again, this attacking side is just so difficult. Vegas not really giving anything towards the side of Thieves. Thieves seem to be the more aggressor on every single side. And speaking of, that bomb is now down 4v3.
This is a really good opportunity here for Thieves. Temp's going to go around. He's in Draza. He has, and he is going to gun him. It's now a 4 versus 2. It falls on Envoy and Octane. Can they hold off the orange wave?
Oh, that's a big kill from Envoy. Now he can overextend. Can he get through? Oh, their timing's just not there. If he can get it out, he's got some help from his teammate. But Octane now... No, this is no way. No shot.
Not sneaky enough. Not sneaky enough. And yeah, Octane must have just felt a little bit sick there. It's like, I got a sniper and a pistol and no room to move. Eventually, the Legion do shut it down. The numbers do count. And that's another defensive round on the board. I thought maybe, just maybe, with the fact that bomb went down, they could try and trade it out and play the time, but not to be.
Very back and forth. There's not really much to write home about in the sense that these teams are playing it, really. It's just sit back, play for that pick. As soon as you have that numbers advantage, you collapse. It's very simple search and destroy from both teams at this moment in time. Now, the side of Vegas Legion, it's their turn to attack. Same old story, but a little bit more aggressive from these through mid-map here. Is this push going to work out for them? Keep an eye on the mid-map. It's going to be Envoy to try and make this push through Art. Draza is there with him. Envoy is cut down. And that's nullified pretty much instantly.
A lot of players from Vegas managed to get into this point here, but not in a position they would like to be in. Back to back, TJ and Prolute. Octane slowly but surely looking for a pick with his sniper. Can they find anything? Both teams just freezing, waiting for an opportunity.
Prolute ready and waiting, but the more that this time goes down, the more it suits Thieves. They may well be at the number disadvantage.
Oh, he's hopping. Oh, he's managed to get away. They did try to actually get him there.
Oh, look at this fan coming in here from the side of Kenny as well. He's going to find somebody, is it? Yes, he is, but Temp's going to see him first. This is a potential attacking round here for the side of Legion. As Draza then falls as well. The TAC 56 is out, and Octane's left all on his own.
Octane with the pistol, just trying to find something, but it doesn't work. And Vegas Legion held their nerve. They waited and they waited. And Tempe is cheese, and he knows he's on a 5 streak. He's doing very, very well. That's going to be 6 actually for him. Octane goes for the peak, and he says, all right, thank you very much. Tag 56.
And there you go. The attacking round comes on through. And that kind of in turn comes from the aggression from Thieves on the defense. They try to push bottom out, try to find a pick, a little bit more map presence. They get picked from there, and then Vegas Legion were just very, very patient. They know that Thieves will probably have to come for a retake at some stage, bomb down or not. And that is the first real dagger. 10 for the 6 spree as well.
This is much more aggressive. Envoy almost finds Temp. Not quite, and Temp is going to go down. There's the nades coming flying in. Thieves being aggressive here. TJ going to go straight in, and he does find Kenny. It's now a 3 versus 3 as this round has exploded. But that is bombed down, and TJ flies in. It's another trade coming through. Envoy looking for the player in close.
Oh
Probably gets it in the end here, and now Octane has to backpedal. He's the last one. The human turret must put everything into this. He does not want to go 5-2 down, and he is looking for it. Somehow still alive, Ton.
He's put an absolute master stroke, though, but it's not going to work out. Callista gets behind. 5-2 Legion. And it almost felt like there was too free of a push out there for when Draza died. I can't remember specifically who got it, but Draza stand in the middle of nowhere over towards open. It's an easy pick for Legion to get back into the site after what was a promising start to the round from the side of Thieves. An interesting round, an interesting search and destroy, but Vegas Legion looking more and more likely to be the victors here and to tie the series up.
Well, does look like Vegas have this map pretty much figured out. What do Thieves do? This is a little bit of a different break from Thieves. It could be aggressive. We may be seeing a jump up top. I think it is. Who's that going up? It's going to be Envoy. He goes aggressive, and TJ catches him. Thieves now in the disadvantageous position. It's 2 versus 4 for the map.
Legion just sort of know that Thieves are going to try something different here. They're trying to mix it up. Legion are ready and waiting. Cruise missile coming in. What's wrong with this iPad? Not much right with the streak either. Has to be said. Probably will have to back on down, but still, 2 versus 4. Make that a 1 versus 3. It's all down to Draza. Left all on his own. Not gonna happen. Legion tie the series up. A really good search and destroy win.
After this first week, we'll start getting our stats ready back in to give you guys even more context on what should be happening and what is happening. But speaking of happening, we are going to jump on board with Envoy, first of all, from the Thieves.
Big aggression over towards the A side, and A is typically the easier one to capture, but we can see Vegas Legion heading all the way over towards that B side immediately. Aggressive push coming on through, but Kenny will say, oh, you're not going to pick up mid-map? Well, I am. 1, 2, 3, not quite there. The damage is done. TG, there's the third. Fantastic work from Kenny. They may be a little bit overzealous from Legion there. They push, but they don't hold stuff as somebody walks straight through mid-map, and it's an easy 3-piece with Kenny.
We'll see if he can pick up any more kills here at the moment, but his teammates certainly aren't. They haven't managed to find anything for him, and Kenny's just being very, very careful as he checks everywhere he could go, but I'll tell you something, Legion have decided to kind of change the tempo of this one, switch straight over to B, pushed over there instantaneously, and Kenny hasn't seen anyone for a couple of minutes.
Well, the thing is, with Kenny pushing over towards the kitchen side, that forces the spawn over towards lights for Legion. He says, oh, well, thank you very much. Shooting fish in a barrel. Kenny, 5 in a row, make it 6. Surely that's the gunfight win. My goodness me, he is a reaper on the map. Give him number 4. No, not quite going to happen. But fantastic work from Kenny. Even though he pushes over the kitchen, does force that easier spawn for Legion to push over towards B. It's a force spawn they don't want with Kenny behind you. We just chalk it up if you're Legion. You head over towards A now. I said it is the easier one to capture. Bryce, let's see how they do.
At the moment, they've got to try and use every single header to stay alive, and Proluke finds one as well. Pushes out. Only one real player left in the area. It's Octane. And because he doesn't have anyone with him, he isn't going to try and push this. Doesn't want to give away his lives. And now Legion are going on a huge rap for this. Nobody from Thieves is sitting in the minute. They're going to know this is coming, surely.
This is a big push from Legion, and it's not one that is untoward as soon as you do get a hold of over towards A, but look immediately what Thieves do. They start to rotate themselves over towards that bedroom side. That will, when Legion do die, force them to spawn all the way towards kitchen. You can see Kenny starts to retreat all the way back towards platform. The spawn in there for Legion over towards kitchen side. It's a difficult push, but still, 3 members of Legion in and around the lobby. They're just picking their way through the Thieves meticulously here from the backside.
Yeah, they've used a lot of time to do this, and that's why they're being careful. Kills now coming in for them. Tries to be the difference. Already a fight coming through. He finds the first. Hem gets that trade coming in as well now. Time going up for Vegas. Kenny is trying to stay alive up here at the top, and eventually Envoy will get two. It has slowed this push down significantly as Octane guns Clayster.
And that was a big gunfight, actually. I think if Clayster's able to find that, still a little bit of purchase around that bedroom side for the side of Legion, but they just go again. We'll wrap around the outside. We're trying to go through Plat. Kenny is reading it completely, though. Prolic will fall, as will Clayster. Good defensive hold so far from the side of Thieves. The lives only a 2 advantage for the side of Thieves, but the time is not on Legion's side.
TJ's found one, but he's super weak. Has to back off, and there are players all over this map.
Next kill's big.
TJ wants to get into this point, but he's worried. He doesn't really have support, and that's what he's making him a little bit nervous. He knows he has to stop the clock, but he can easily be gunned down. Just too many places to watch. He was a little bit nervous. And now Clayster's going to try and fly it himself. They've only got 12 seconds to do this. The Legion do not have the lives. They do not have the time. They do not have the positioning. Because it's just a mop-up for Thieves.
Yeah, not an easy job now for the side of Legion to get themselves in. Really well played by the Thieves. For all that, Legion were never really in where they expected them. They were kind of in their spawn, then pushing from the front. Thieves managed that fantastically. Every single time that they had a position that they could fill a gap in, they would fill it immediately. As soon as they knew they didn't have anybody pushing through bedroom, they would get bedroom control. Bedroom control is kind of what you want to hold of for B, because you can peek that so easily. You can force the spawn as far away as possible. Ideal situation for Thieves on multiple occasions there, and they work it to the best of their ability, find the kills where they need to. For Legion, they tried, but it was ultimately unsuccessful. Let's see if Thieves can maybe go a step further here on the attack.
Oh, there we go. That's a return of the favour. Clayster taking down Octane straight away. But the kills will go to LA. TJ now trying to stay alive. He knows there's going to be a spawn up for his team. Can he find a way through this? He has to check every single corner.
Look at these ticks at Bs. You haven't been quick enough if you're Legion. That's going to be 2 locked in here for the side of Thieves. They're progressing so quickly over towards B. It might be locked.
Bro's going to have to fly out as well, but they still managed to make the kills, and that might be B already shut down. It's taken too long, and Clayster comes flying in, but that one piece is going to do nothing. A is only left now, and they've already found their way in here. LA Thieves not messing around on their attack.
My goodness me, Legion were just so slow on the retake when it comes over towards B. They couldn't find a way through. Thieves were set up perfectly, but now it's all about holding down A. That's nearly 2 ticks about to come in. Vegas Legion trying to find the push. Envoy finds 1, finds 2. Carpets is his. Temps the only one to answer back. This is a Thieves round. In record time, it's done. It's dusted. We're going to round number 3. Thieves, 2 to the good. That was sublime.
Well, they pushed the tempo onto that one, and I think it may have just caught Legion lacking. They were expecting maybe to be able to get a bit of a stag, a bit of a push coming through, and they were waiting on their teammate, and they lost the kills, they lost the gunfights. Kenny's 12 and 4. It's not easy.
And I don't think there'll necessarily be an inquisition on that one from the side of Legion. I mean, they kind of got gunning around bedroom. The push comes through. And then that one guy left in mid-map with a Vazdev. It's like, yeah, bro, what do you want me to do about it? Like, I mean, there's nothing you can really do in that situation. Legion now having to win an attack of their own. Gonna go the simple way straight over towards it.
Kenny's already said there's a player hit stunned, and that's an easy kill for him at the same time. Pro, though, managed to get Envoy down. They have not lost that trade. Kenny just trying to stay alive. He knows pressure's going to be coming in through Dyna. Gaza trying to stay alive as well, and that's a great nade coming through. They are managing to deflect this one, Thieves, and there's a dead silence pop. He's going to try and make a move here. It's going to eventually be taken down.
Yeah, Thieves not going to find anything over towards A. Eventually, the push is going to come through, but once again, look at them, ultimately controlling the middle of the map. They're actually going to have a little bit of a poke at this. They want to try and stop this from happening if they can. A couple of kills coming on through, so the temptation is definitely there for the side of Thieves to make this push coming on through. I think Envoy's going to be the ace in the hole for them. They'll find one in mid-map, draws it, can then push through. The pinch is developed, the pinch is there, the final kill comes through as well. And Thieves retake A once more. I thought they would maybe go licking their wounds back over towards B and just lock that one in, but no, the aggression comes through. Kenny ready and waiting over towards Plat as well. The position you want to be in the kitchen, the spawn is forced, and Thieves are already over towards the diner ready and waiting.
Now they've got to fight their way into it. It's not easy to break in. Too many corners, too many places to hide. They're trying to find a few kills on the map here. Envoy already finds one. He finds another. TJ tries to make a hero play, but Envoy guns him down as well. And now with 28 seconds left, Vegas Legion need a miracle to break in through here. They have to go through Octane. They have to try and take him out. There's more players backing up. The trophy goes down. Octane has got 5 health. Down he goes. Prolu finds 2. Prolu finds a 3rd. And the Legion swarm in. All 3 kills there from Prolu that they needed, they found. And they are going to capture A. Wait a second. I see Kenny. Kenny finds the first.
I mean, this is just going to be...
nothing.
I mean, even if he did find that, Legion would have had time to probably rotate round, but it has slowed them down somewhat in their progression over towards B. Droz has found 3 of his own. And now the push up over towards Bedroom, going to come in from the side of Thieves. You know, Thieves played that perfectly, but Prolute with the 3 piece is not something you can account for. It was 5 in a row before he eventually does get cut down by Kenny. But again, look at the side of the map that Thieves have set themselves up on. Forces the spawn over towards Kitchen and Diner. And good luck pushing through this. Kenny on the head glitch over towards the stairs. Pushes the issue as well. TJ will say thank you very much. And a little bit of pressure now starting to come in from the side of the Vegas Legion.
Well, they've got a lifeline. Just a little bit, but 40 seconds between them and going to the next map. TJ finds one towards the back. He's going to try and find Draza here. Flies out towards him, but Draza's ready. Drop shot. And now no respawns remaining. Has to be perfect. Has to be fast. A cruise missile's incoming. The dead silence is going to be popped. Vegas Legion do not have an awful lot of options.
Cruise control here from the side of Thieves. Envoy will find one. TJ will find a break on through. Callisto will find another one. So a glimmer of hope, but only a glimmer. 2 lives remaining. Bryce, this one's done and dusted.
It certainly is. Well, I'll say that. There's 2 players on. And surely they can't hold against everybody here. TJ managed to find the first, but Envoy says, oh, wait a second.
Sure.
Wait a second. Surely not. They're just going to pinch this in with all 4 players. Prolu finds one, but it's not enough. And LA Thieves strike back.
And Mikado's an interesting one. There is a lot of hills, Brycey. I've never said P7 in my life, but for the very first time, I'm going to get to say it.
No, that is very true. This does go on for quite a while. It's the most hard points we've ever had in competitive. I may be wrong with that, but I can't think of one with more.
Yeah, no, it definitely is. It definitely is. But looking at the side of Legion, they spawn on what you would call the more beneficiary side. Heading over towards P2 is one where you spawn if you are the Vegas Legion, so you absolutely want to keep a hold of it. That's the aim of the game when it does come down to P1. A couple of points here and there don't go amiss. But for the side of Legion, lock down that side. Look at where Thieves are now pushing from. It's a little bit more difficult push, that side of the map. You've got to contend with hedges and the top broken building, and they are actually going to find a route through here, so the Legion have collapsed just somewhat. Prolute a couple of important gunfights to win here.
That's huge from Prolute in the end. He knows he's under pressure. He knows there's players all around him. His teammates are trying to back him up, but the longer he can stay alive here and the more damage he can do, the more opportunity for his team to come back. But they haven't found a single kill, and he's been sprayed. And LA Thieves have ripped that away from Legion. Already with a dead silence, TJ is going to try and find something here for his team as well. They are pushing towards back alley. Oh, they come down. He already knows where he's going to be. And Envoy wins it anyway.
I'm not quite sure how. 2 HP in a dream. But nonetheless, it's now a really hard push from Legion. You can see pushing down this alley side is just so difficult as you try to get back into Cantina. It's just so tough. But a gunfight has been won by Callisto. Coming through the tunnel, he'll get cut down. So the rest of the team now make their way through. But Draza ready and waiting. 6 in a row. The rest of the team there to sweep up the final few pieces. Prolute is still here trying to do something. Make it 7. Phenomenal stuff from the side of Thieves, but that is a fumble from Legion. And now heading over towards P3, it's going to be another rotation for Thieves, showing their class here on Mikado so far.
And that's it. That's a chain back-to-back kill, but Legion are stacking. The nades are raining through. They have the numbers here to do something. Can they make this push successfully? Octane with the pre-aim, waiting for somebody he knows is coming to the place, but it doesn't matter. Draza cuts down 2. Envoy gets the 3rd. Octane has to do nothing as Kenny comes sweeping in for the 4th. And all that stacking, all that time from Legion, it comes to naught, and Envoy's trying to push out and gets gunned by TJ. It doesn't really matter. It's a mile away from the hill.
For the side of Thieves here, watch for them now. Pushing down the caravan side as soon as they start to make their push. There's still 40 seconds left of this hill, though, so can Legion maybe do something about it through the front door? TJ, you're all alone. You're already dead. Thieves now starting to make their push. You can already see Draza dying over towards the barbershop, which is where we're heading in a second. Thieves not in the best position to rotate on this one, but I mean, they're going to have a hefty lead. They're going to break 100 points, Pricey. It's going to be about 80-point difference, but Legion not in too bad of a spot to get some good points here themselves.
Well, this is the key. Hold this for 60. Get the setup. Get it locked in.
With the spawn and number 6. Kenny's already dead, but that's the danger if you're Legion. There are close spawns here towards hedges. You need somebody where Pro Lead is right now. Eventually does lock it down.
Waiting for this one. Temp just making sure nobody can push through.
Oh my god, he slipped the net. Look at Envoy. Look at Envoy. He's got through it absolutely ridiculously easy. What is Prolude watching? The answer is absolutely nishty, Braxy. There's no... How does he get through?
And that's not what you want to see if you're a Legion fan. The Thieves have broken Barbershop. They've managed to get bodies in here. Now coming through the back. Going to be a bit of a push going through. Prolude is trying to find his second. It's not going to work out for him as he goes for the wallbang, but 10 gets another one, and Prolude eventually gets in. Octane fighting for his life as TJ comes swinging in as well. Octane's still alive and has been playing around this position for ages, and eventually TJ takes him down. It's a good recovery from Legion.
It's a recovery that didn't need to be made, though. I mean, that's the sort of site where you absolutely need Prolude just to be stopping anything getting through. Maybe it's a slip of timing or something like that, but in the end, him actually surviving behind the fact that LA Thieves pushed through that side means he can pinch with the rest of his team, and it kind of works out as a retake. So that deficit is somewhat reduced, it has to be said, but it could have been a little bit better. Temp will find the first kill into Envoy, and these trades are going to work out in the favor of Legion as they break through towards the courtyard side.
Now Octane is just holding, but eventually gets pinched out. And it is a comeback from the Legion here. TJ is now starting to smoke. He's desperate trying to stay alive here from Prolude. Prolude managed to find a second one as well. Not going to get that one this time around, though. But the Legion are holding pretty. Kenny finds a second. And the numbers do have the advantage, but going through Little Cut is not easy.
Thieves on the side you want to be spawning on for heading over towards the next hill. Calista should be dealt with by Draza, so we're just having a little play with this. It's a big gunfight win. 17 and 7 out of him, shooting beams out of the M4 at the moment. And now looking over towards this next hill. It's a nightmare situation here for Legion because they've got to push through the alleyway. If Thieves can get set up here, it is a disaster, but Legion have managed to find a way through here. Bryce's will rotate over towards P6.
Just flying out there. One voice is all right. I'll do this. Now Octane just wants to set up at the right place and not really challenge too much. He's going to go for it as well, though. The angle's working out perfectly for him. The kind of gunfight he was built for.
Oh, it's one of these moves, though, with Legion. It's kind of desperate when you're pushing down this alleyway side. It's so difficult. You need to get something going in the middle of the map because you're just going to get cut down by the human turret that is Octane. 4 in a row. He's making it look easy, but hey, you're going to give him this sort of position. He will make it look easy.
And Prolude going to throw his shoulder. And he knows Octane's still there. It's like, I can't push this guy, by the way. I can't do anything.
Oh, they can't? I mean, chalk it up and head over towards the next hill at this stage.
Yeah. They're ready for it. They're waiting for the push. There's no that's coming. It's a big stack from them. Envoy's going to be here. How many players they commit? There's a dead silence. Fine, TJ knows exactly where it's going to be, but that's why the double stack comes in for the trade. And it's Octane versus Prolude. And it will be Prolude again with a 2-piece. It's a 100-point difference in this game. Can Vegas Legion find something on this hill that they so desperately need?
And now we can see Thieves starting to rotate back over towards blue side. Not necessarily when they want to be, but they find that this push is maybe a little bit easier, hitting through mid, and there's the pinch that could potentially develop, but the gunfights are going to go the way of Legion. Knocking down some good time here, good time that they absolutely need. Thieves played those last 2 hills. 3 hills, very well. TJ just cleaning up on this potential pinch. Good time still here for the side of Legion.
Look at that spawn out, though. Clayster is a mile away. They know the pressure is coming from every single angle at the moment. Legion are holding. Clayster gets the pinch onto mid as well, and that's going to be them shut down. Huge points here for them in the end. 20 seconds left to go. The Legion want to hold, but Thieves are trying to push this one home. So let's find out how they are dealing with it. For the LA Thieves, listen in.
This is actually huge. RP one hit tunnel. Dove into tunnel. This is dagger time. Ziggly, I think. Nice. I'm trying to go break. Yo, you get back bricks, guys. Go on time. He's like front yellow. I'm shut down. I'm sorry. I need a Tom. He's on
and one going RD late.
2. He's hitting hedges right here. Nice. RV. RV. Find the guy. Spawn Zig. I spawn Zig. This is these time, boys.
I will.
I'm gonna help them out. Ready, go. Missing Donnie, boys.
The first back alley, come for.
Missing Donnie. Give me Donnie. Cut, maybe.
Hold on.
Haven't killed Donnie in a while. Haven't killed Donnie in a while. Oh no, now weak. Hold on. Nice stuff. That's one and stuff 4. Factory, bro. One extra. Late kills. Can't take control spawn. Oh, we can. Oh, I fucking. They can be back alley, bro.
Hey, I got Dick Truck.
Dick Truck the mid, bro. Hold on. Back alley. They can be there. I haven't helped whoever's jumping. Yeah, tunnel's open. Covering out of time for you. I got
Tunnel set.
Talk half. I have half.
Shoulder your head. I have tunnel.
Shoulder your head.
Tunnel done.
Nice. Not telling me half, bro.
LA Thieves playing it calm and making sure they had these spawns for P2 ton.
Yeah, they did have the spawns from P2 once again. Legion were the first ones there as P1 pops, but they haven't been able to hold it. But can they find a break here, actually? Kenny not able to find the shot, so Legion will find a breakthrough. So maybe just damage limitation when it does come over towards P2. Draza still alive and kicking. Does have some support from Octane here as well. The shots over towards Hedges are solid. Temp is going to find 2 here as well. So the rest of that time going over towards Legion. But once again, because of these rotations, if you can spawn them together, when the push comes in, it spawns you out if Legion push hard. And Thieves get spawned over towards P3. We're heading over towards Tin. Only Thieves only need 25 or so more points. As Legion gonna have to try and find another break-in.
TJ finds one. They're going to look for the second one. Tem gets a second, and now the pressure coming through. Vegas swarming in, but it's going to be Octane with the first. He's trying to switch gun. He's going to go down, but Clayster finds another, and only Draza are left up top. I don't know if they know he's here. They're not even trying to look for him at the moment. Does he drop in? Finds him, drops in. Draza takes him down, and it's back in control of Thieves.
It's completely in control of Thieves. Here comes the push now from TJ. He kind of has to do it on his own. The rest of the team are on their way, but only 2 players here on the side of Thieves. But they can think about the rotation. Legion need every single point. 3 seconds away, they're going to go.
TJ's gone up top. They're trying to drop through as well. TJ's got the second one with a knife. Has managed to break in. They've stopped it at the last possible second. But the issue is always going to be, now we've got to get across map. Now we have to somehow break a hold in 2 seconds.
It's on Temp. Even with these shots, he's just going to let Draza to exactly where he is. Who's just going to stay alive. Bryce, this is Thieves all day.
And that's it. It pops. 1, 2. It's done. There wasn't enough time. Vegas Legion fought all the way to the